Welcome everyone, welcome to the new video. So in this video we will see how to build this particular application. So I built a very small application using Python. I'm storing images on a S3 bucket and storing some information on a AWS Aurora database, Postgres AWS Aurora database. So let me first show you how this application is working. So I have made sure that I have a SSO, so that users who are landing on this URL should be able to sign up or sign in through their Google account. So I'll click on login with Google. It will then ask me to choose my account, so I'll select my account. So this is the application I have. I've already uploaded 3 images, so let me show you. Let me upload one image and show you. So I can go here and then maybe any image. I'll just click on this, click on open, I'll click on upload. Ta-da! So this is the image that I have uploaded now. If you go to profile, you'll be able to see images that I have uploaded. I can log out and log in again. So yeah, so this is the application entirely, and I'm storing these images on S3 bucket, and information with respect to the login details and the images I'm also storing on AWS database. Okay, now let me show you the entire architecture, how this is there. So locally I have installed, locally I'm running this code through Flask, and then the users are able to sign in through Google SSO. I've created Google credentials so that they can easily sign in through Google SSO, and I've created a redirect URL. I'll show you what I've done exactly, and then I'm storing information with respect to the users on a RDS, and then I'm storing the images on a S3 bucket. It's a very simple, straightforward application. I'll show you step by step how to create this on your own. So first of all, this entire code that I've generated, I've not done it manually with my own. I've not written everything. So I've used AI. There's an application called Cody. You can use it. It's free. You can sign up. You can you just have to go and write down prompts. So that you can easily generate the entire code structure. That is what prompt engineering is about. People are talking about prompt engineering. So you have to go and type, I need a small application using Python, and then it will give you code ready made. So you can do that. You can type and it will give you the code along with the structure. I'm using this Cody because it's good for generating code. There are also many other application which is very debatable. Okay, now let me go to the instructions to show you how I have done it step by step. Okay, first of all, after you have created the structure of your application and you have copy pasted the code from the from the Kodi or any of the AI tools into your local system. Obviously, if you entirely copy paste the code, it doesn't mean that it will work correctly. It will have a lot of issues, it will have a lot of errors. So you have to find the solutions, you have to do the troubleshooting. So that is there anyway. Okay, so now first of all, what I have done is let me stop the application first. Okay, so first of all, what I've done is I have created a virtual environment for storing these Python packages. This is very important. Why? Because let's say that you have 100 more programs running on a computer, or you're trying to build many more applications. Now those packages should not have a conflict with this particular application. That is why it is very recommended to first of all create a virtual environment. If you run this simple command, it will automatically create a virtual environment. That is what it will create a folder, and it will make sure that all the packages are stored inside it. Next is to activate. So if you run this simple command, it will automatically activate this environment that you have created. In case it is still giving you errors, or it is not considering it, you can go to view, you can go to command palette, and then type the Python select interpreter, and then you can select your respective python.exe file. Now next I'll show you the requirement.txt. So these are all the packages that I'll be utilizing. So I've separately given them here so that I can install it at a time. Next is, yeah, you have to do this pip install -r requirement.txt. It will install all the packages that are stored over here, and the packages will be available here under your virtual environment under libraries. Okay, next is what? Okay, so next is important part. So now I am storing information with respect to the logged in users on a AWS Postgres database. So for doing that, you have to first of all have a AWS account. Once you have a AWS account, you can go to Let me show you. Go here, click on create database. you know Standard should be easy or easy create, whatever is feasible. Standard should be okay. So this for dev and test, you come here, and then this all will remain same. So default VPC should be good. I'm checking for security groups so that we should access this uh, from outside also. Okay, certificate. Okay, yeah. So security groups. So I have a security group called DevOps. So this will allow port number. Let me show you the security group also. So this particular security group, I have opened a couple of ports here. All the TCP ports. I've used 5432. So this is the main one that you need for in order for your database to talk to your local application. Okay, so this is the one that you should enable it. That's it. Then you go back and then you click on create. Yeah, before you click on create, there's another important thing. You have to write a database name. If you go here, you have to write out your database name. So I've given Kaiser DB1. That is what, if you come back here, if I'll show you what I have. As you can see, so this is the instance identifier that I have. If I have to see the database, I can go to query editor. I have to select this. This is my username, and then my database name is this. Connected database. Yes, so this is my database. If I do run this command, this will show me all the available database, database and tables, etc. So these are the available. So this is a database that I have, and it will also show me the tables. Yeah, however, this is there. Let me go back to the instructions. So once you create this, then it will also give you username and password. So make sure you have that. Just save the endpoint that it gives you. Okay, so you'll have a lot of information. You'll have you'll have to create a URL that you'll have to paste in the environment file that I'll show you within. Okay, now before I go there, let me show you the environment file. So I'm going to blur this out. So you'll have a secret key. This is mostly for Flask. You don't have to worry, you can give any random number over here. So this is again upload folder, so you don't have to worry about this. Okay, S3 bucket. So you have to go to your AWS console and create S3 bucket. Also I've created this S3 bucket. So you have to give the name of your S3 bucket here. Here you will give the access key and access security key ID of your AWS account. And once you create credentials, if you go to AWS, the GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and then you go to API services and create credentials here. So that credential also should be given in the .environment file, so that you can pass it programmatically into your application. And then this is the DB host that you will get once, as soon as you create a RDS database, you will get a DB host. So this is the host, and this is the port number that we opened it using security group, and this is the username that I created, and password and DB name. Obviously I'll delete this. So yeah, DB name, and then the database URL. So this is how you construct database URL. You will have to first update username, and then password, and then the endpoint, and then port number, and then DB name. So that is what I have given. Next is now let me show you the this particular file. So once my database is created, I'm using this particular part of the code for my table to be created. So this will by default create two tables. Table, let me show you that. So this will create table called user and the table called image. Okay, and then this model DB is used for connecting and storing information into the RDS, whichever whenever user logs in or image gets updated. Now before that, let me show you this. So this is just the front end thing that I've got from the Cody. If I go here, so this is the entire dashboard. If I go here, so we have stopped our application. That is why. Let me rerun it again. Yes, it should work. So this is the index.html file. and then if I go here and click on login, this should ask me to select SSO, so I'm doing SSO and using my account. So this is my dashboard.html, this is my upload.html, this is my profile.html. Simple. So all 4 pages, and all 4 pages, simple. So this is the main application code through which our Flask gets initiated, and the database URLs are initiated, all the connections happen, and this is used for authenticating our Google SSO. You can see here the environment variables that I've given in .env file are being passed into this, and then I've showed you this and this and this. So these are the steps. So first is you do this, and then you create a RDS database, and then you create a S3 bucket. Make sure that the policies are properly updated. So you have to uncheck the block public access in case you want anyone with your if you want to view this application images, if you want this to be viewed, then you have to make sure that this block public access is unchecked, and the policy should be updated. So this is a policy that you should update under permissions. Let me show you that. If you go to S3 bucket, click on your bucket, go to permissions. See, I have off, I've switched off this, I've unchecked this block all public access, and this is the policy that I'm updating. Here you have to place your S3 bucket name. Simple. Okay, next, okay, yeah, so this is another important thing. So what will happen is anyone who is going and clicking on sign in on this particular page, on my profile page, so if I click on this, this will redirect to the Google page, and then on the Google page, when someone clicks on sign selects their account using this credentials and API, it is redirecting it to the URL that I have given it over here. Okay, so on this, what I have done is I've given 2 URLs. One is this one, localhost, because I'm running this application locally, and the other one is 127. This is again localhost for Flask. This is what I've done. As you can see, I've given both the URL redirect URIs over here. Next is you just have to specify that you are using this flag application, and then Flask run. That's it. Now let's say that I want to see what are the images that are available on my S3 bucket. I can go to my S3 bucket here. So if I go to my S3 bucket, click on my bucket, as you can see, my images are over here. Now if I go to query editor, and then I will run this command, this will show me the information of the logged in users. For now I've just logged in through my one of the account, so it will show me information of only one account. See, so I've used the skills manifesto, it's showing me, and the my profile pic and everything else, it is showing up. Now let's say that I also log in through my other Google account, and I run the query. Continue. Okay, so I've logged in. Now if I run the command again, this will show up my 2 profiles, as you can see. Now let's say that the images information with respect to the images that are uploaded, I want to see that. Then you can run this simple SQL command. Ta-da! So there are 4 images, and the information with respect to 4 images is showed over here. That's it. So this is a very simple application. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If I was very fast, please slow down the video and watch it. Thank you so much.